can I borrow that, bruh?
I made that for you, man. So that's why I said it to you. Yeah.
I love it.
It's yours. It's yours. So
I love it.
let me tell you how this program came about. Kinara had called me one day, and I didn't return the call. And it's one of those things where, I said, I need to call Kinara back, and then he caught me while I was walking, and so we ended up talking like, I don't know, an hour and a half, and he was telling me about his business. He has this wonderful T-shirt business, and he was asking me my opinion on some of his T-shirts, and I just thought, well, let's get him on Black Knowledge Matters, and I think he attempted to send me his bio, but for some reason, it's probably something that's on my end. I wasn't able to receive it. So, Brother Kinara, why don't you introduce yourself for those of us that don't know you?
Okay. Greetings to my elders, my brothers and sisters. I appreciate you being here, and I want to thank the brother Imhotep for inviting me to be here as well. Well, I was born in Arkansas, and my parents moved to California 2 months after I was born. So my older brother and I, we came, and so I spent the first 19 years here. Then I got married and moved over to Sydney, Australia, for 15 years, and I say became a man there, without the guidance or the direction of an elder, one. Two, without my father, rest in peace, who had made his transition. So we just learn it by either reading or looking from, what's happening in the world. And so that's what transpired. And then I started my furniture company, Cata Commercial Interiors. Actually, let's see, I sent you, Elder, before I became Kinara Sankofa. That wasn't my given name. I changed my name legally in '94.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm a proud African man. That's the first. Okay, that English British name is for a British man. I don't look like a British man. There is nothing about me that is British besides the language. So, and what inspired that was reading Malcolm X, the autobiography of Malcolm X. That was what ignited the changing of the name, and then also reading the autobiography of Muhammad Ali. And I remember an interview, he says to a guy, I can't quote it verbatimly, but he said, what's your last name? What's your name? And he started going through all these various different ethnics. And he would say, you can understand a Chinese man by Mr. Cole, or Mr. this, or Mr. that. You can understand a Japanese man by Shuiki, and so forth and so on. And he said, what's your last name? And that hit me, that hit me pretty hard. And so I changed it in '94. And what was interesting when I changed it, because my furniture company, Cata Interiors, back then it was called T&A Office Furniture, before I changed my name. And so when I decided to change it, I put together a letter, to my brothers and sisters that were born here within the Americas, and then also the native folks there, just in general. But my clientele base was 100% white Australians, and so
let me stop you there. So, a guy that went to Castlemont High School winds up in Australia
Yeah.
Oh, let me back up even further. So during
Here you go. Here you go.
during our conversation, you said that you sang with the Cavaliers, and I'm impressed by that. I don't know. Those of you that are from Oakland know when Phil Reeder was the director of the Cavaliers, and they went to Europe. They sang all over. I remember when Marcus Foster was assassinated, and they had a memorial at the Coliseum. They sang there, So you're a singer too. But go back to Australia. I'm sorry.
I endeavored to hold my own, in the shower. I can hold a note here or there. Yeah. As a matter of fact, the group Tony, Dwayne Wiggins and all those guys, he used to play. So you had Gregory Cole, who was the director for the musicians. Phil Reeder was the choir. And so those two entities came together. And so Dwayne Wiggins came from that side. He actually him and that whole crew lived on 82nd. I grew up on 83rd. And so I would walk past them while they were playing and rehearsing and so forth every day. But then I would also go to Casablanca, and I would be in one room and they're playing in the next room. So we all was able to communicate and so forth. So my singing came back there. I don't do it. I mean, I can hold up. I can hold my own for the most part.
We're not going to ask you to sing tonight.
Don't
worry. Don't worry. But I just had to bring that up. I was impressed by that. Singing at the Cavaliers. That's great. So you're a brother from East Oakland in Australia, and how did that go?
Boy, met an Australian woman in 82 at downtown Oakland, as a matter of fact, at Ivy's nightclub. And
Ivy's, my goodness, we're just bringing up.
I know y'all remember Ivy's. If you from the town, Ivy's, Vegas on the square,
Uppies on the square.
Right. So
Wine and Roses.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, but I never went to those.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. You tell the crew that here and now. On the side note, on the sidebar, we'll talk about it.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, so we met there, and I got married in 82, moved to Australia in 84. And started the company, and started the furniture company, and that went well. No complaints there. And what was interesting about that, Australia is exceptionally, it's open to, it's very racist.
Okay.
Let's just okay. The native people there make up 1 to 2% of the total population. Yet they make up 26.8% of the prison population. So it's really no difference than here. And it's getting worse. They completely wiped them out in Tasmania. John Henry Clark, as a matter of fact, called them our Tasmanian African cousin, is what he quotes in his book, African Revolutions at the Crossroads. So, but as an African born in America, I was received, or Africans born within the Americas, or African Americans are received there. They really kind of like a novelty, but they don't like the native people there because they have not, quote unquote, assimilated. They fight for their rights as we do here. But what they do is they have every first of the year, January 1st, they have what is called Survival Day. And so they continue to ask for their land back. And we already know asking is not going to do anything for the most part. It's something that has to be taken or agreed upon both parties, kind of like what Nelson Mandela did. Even though that we still see what's going over there in South Africa. Living there was interesting. I enjoyed it for the most part, but then there was a lot of things that transpired with the Native people, which then ignited Black Power clothing to come about.
So you started Black Power clothing in Australia.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That started in 92. The label was released, and that came about because I wasn't when I was here in the U.S. I was young, and I was not conscious. My first conscious book, was when I went to Australia and read the autobiography of Malcolm X, and I became a very angry Black man. Then I started soaking up all these books, from Kwame Nkrumah, you name it, Dr. Francis West Welsing, the list goes on and on and on. And so I became, I started seeing and I started soaking all this information up. So yeah, I became a very, very angry Black man in a 95% white country.
But were you just personally? Were you personally well received? You were saying that you're kind of like a novelty. Were you personally received well? I mean, here's this Black American. Let's so you're married to an Australian woman, and you.
I know the audience want to ask, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the right person. But go ahead, I'm listening.
No, I'm just saying you're there, and
yeah.
And so in Australia, I think the one of the names for the people is carrion people. They were classified as flora and fauna up until the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So so that's on the same level as animals.
Australia didn't abolish its all-white policy by Joe Bianca Peterson until 1971.
Okay, 71. All
yeah,
right.
so that's when they abolished the so-called. So it was really like a South Africa. And really like an America. When we look at it, let's just be real with it, because the whites in America are from the same lineage, bloodstock, from the Brits.
Yes. Well, I think
no difference from Australia. Australia was.
I think what happened was, okay. America got the pickpockets, and the Australians got the murderers.
And that is their cousins. They're distant cousins.
Yeah. They emptied the jails and they sent the murderers to Australia, and the pickpockets and the thieves they sent to the Americans.
And New Zealand too.
And New Zealand.
Who said that?
Oh yeah.
Thumbs up. Yeah. That's right. Right.
Baba Shango, I love seeing you, brother.
Big up, Shango.
You it's like you got a fan club here. What's happening?
That's your fan club, brother. This is the family club. How about that?
It's a family club. That's right. So listen. So
you with me.
You're there, and then at some point you said, I just got to go back home. Is that how it happened? Or did you have your locks in Australia?
Yeah, well, I had the lock. I started the locks in Australia. I think it was had to been like 92. And for some odd reason, I had this, I'm not sure if it was the water, but I had this dandruff problem and it was just beating me up. And you know, when you got to scratch it, you know how beating your head and all that sort of jazz. And that's like, you know, one or the other is going to have to go. The dandruff is going to have to go or the locks are going to have to go. So I shaved them off. And then I started again and surprising, I use Head and Shoulders. I use Head and Shoulders, brother. Ain't that some stuff? All the African products, my skin is too long. That's the wildest stuff in my life. I was like, come here, Whitey. Sorry, but anyway, so that I used that and it helped me, and so I kept the locks until a couple of years ago. Until a couple of years ago, and I shaved them off. You know, I was going through a whole lot in my life, and that you know, the hair holds a lot of energy, and so I said, you know what, I'm not that attached to it, so I clipped one of them, clipped another one of them, and it was like, okay, let's rock and roll, So that's how that came about.
Yeah, that's great. So listen, I have a little PowerPoint here, and I'd like for you to talk about these pictures that I'm going to show. Okay.
Sure.
Before that, any questions for Brother Kinara? I've been doing all the questioning.
What's up, sister? How you doing?
I just want to say hi to Brother Kinara.
Hi, Sister Nginga.
And we do change our hair because my locks are gone too.
I know
30
this.
years ago. But it wasn't dandruff or anything. I just wanted to be able to comb my hair. So now I have this straight hair that I can comb.
It looks beautiful, sister. It's glad to see you again. It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
How you doing, bro? This is Shango. I'm not showing my picture because it's a little wild thing going on here right there,
What's
bro.
up, brother Elder Shango? How you doing, man?
I'm hanging tight, bro. I have missed you. You know that?
Listen, I miss the family. You know, I'm here in Texas. You know, I was alone. I was speaking to the elder. You know, all my seed and everybody is back in Cali. By the grace of Amin Ram, as I said, blessings. So brother is no longer doing it all by himself. You know, I have a beautiful, wonderful spirited being that I care about deeply. And so, yeah, I'm here. Yeah,
because one time I was talking about, I wanted you to give me a list of places to visit going to Australia, and then you disappeared on me.
Well, you know how Black folks do, man. We gotta jump in, and we gotta jump out. I've been in Texas now on the 20th will be a year.
Wow.
And you know, the trip thing about it is, I never ever thought about coming to the South. I'm from Arkansas, but I'm Cali down.
Exactly.
And then of course, Oakland. You know, I'm grew up around the Panthers. Mind you, I didn't take in all that information back then. You know what I'm saying? And so now I'm here. But it's exciting. You know, I never thought of coming to the South. I felt that my rebelness or my conscience or whatever you want to call it, you know, you can only go by some of the things of what you see on the TV. Right. And I said, nah, if it came off like one of those things, I'm not that kind of brother. I'm not going to sit around and homie, don't play that. You know, you're going to respect me as a man, as I respect you as a man, or I can do the Martin thing. I ain't gonna turn the cheek, but I can come with the Malcolm and say, look, okay, how we gonna do this?
Do you still have the same cell number?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
I got you then.
Okay, good. I miss you, brother.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, listen. So I'm gonna go to this little thing that I created while we were talking, and you know, just just for our references, let's see. So this is really the one that started us. This one here.
We know you didn't.
What?
Yes, sir. That's the one right
I wasn't supposed to do that.
One right there.
Okay. So now what's going on here? You know, maybe you want people that are in the audience to interpret this picture. Maybe
I would rather do that first to see where they are, and then we as a family can join all in.
Okay, I can't see anybody, so I can't see you to call. If you raise your hand electronically, I can see that. But if somebody wants to interpret, this is what started us, or started me saying, okay, this would be good. Don't let me be the only one interpret this. Let's bring some other people in to look at this. What's going on with this picture? Anybody want to hazard to guess?
There's no rights and no wrongs, you know, this to say that.
Well,
I
there's a,
I see
go
the
on.
first person is placed in the center, the first person ever, the African woman. So others are drawn around and smaller, okay, as you would expect.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Yes.
I would like to try. This is Judy. I was gonna say that the circle of life centers around the queen, the African mother, or she's the influencer of all cultures. Everybody's the rhythm of life in all cultures. Circle.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm loving it.
Good. Anyone else?
Well, I was gonna say the same thing, Mama and Gina, is that the center is the woman. All life comes through the woman, and from there comes all these other people and colors and nationalities. But at the center is what Baba Kinara always says, the queen.
That's right. Right. Loving it. Everybody's interpretation. And you're right. I don't know if anyone bought my first shirt. I have a shirt that's called African Eve. She's the mother of all mothers. And that sister had, and it's just the head and pretty much down to the waist. Oh, no, yeah, to the waist. And she had locks. She had an ankh on her left hand. I'm going to revamp her. As a matter of fact, it's in the works right now. And this here is just an adaptation. I came up with a design that's called Team. Let's rephrase that. I wanted to create a design that's called Team. Together, everyone achieves more. And I started off, with this sort of thing here, which you see in Origin of Life, but it wasn't coming together the way that I wanted. And so by the grace of the universe, Goddess, this came about. And, I started off with Black man or Black woman. I wanted to get all the tribes for the most part in. And it was just kind of hard because you have male, female, male, female. You have what you have here in this design is the Latino, which is to your left. Of course, Mother, she's in the center. And then you have the Nordic, the Slovak or Indian or Native American to the right. And then you have the Asiatic. And then you have the little Nordic or white boy. And if you notice there in this design here, everyone is grown with the exception of the little boy. And there's a reason for that. In his belt loop, before we go there, in his belt loop, there's a word which is called umwongo, M-W-O-N-G-O. And that in Swahili means liar. In his left shoe, there's mwizi, M-W-I-Z-I, which means thief. And then the right shoe is Nordic, which is the proper term. You know, this color thing, I would want to, me, myself, I want to get out of this color thing because that was never a Kemetic or African thing. It's something that was brought up, made up by a minority to continue to keep people divided. But nevertheless, having said that, Nordic is in his right shoe. And the reason why he's a little boy is that mother, if you look at her, she's looking down towards him, and pretty much everyone is looking towards him with the exception of the Asian. And she's teaching the next generation of Nordic people not to be thieves and liars. That's what that design means.
Whoa, whoa. That's a lot. I'm so glad we have other people on here because we were talking on the phone and I was looking at this and you know, and the way you have the origin and you have the everything eye here and it's very this is a really so now this is a t-shirt, right? This is a design that's on one of your t-shirts.
It's out. It's rocking and rolling.
All right. I'm gonna move on to the next slide here. So here now this is kind of like your emblem, isn't it?
That is correct.
Okay, so you know what? I wouldn't want you to change anything, but you know, I tend to wear a lot of polos. Do you have any like, you know, and like
all of that is coming. You know, when you said earlier in the beginning, by T-shirt. Right now, I mean, there's hoodies, there's T-shirt, there's long sleeves. I have Black Power clothing with the grace of the Most High, and Ra. I've been at the top of the tier. What I mean by that, I've competed against your Stussies, your Membos, your Cross Colors, your Call Kanais, your Nikes. I've been at that level. And the only way you can get there is you got to have what is called a story. You can't just have a T-shirt. You can't just have a baseball cap. That story means that you have a T-shirt, what's gonna go along with that? What's gonna accompany that? That means we need some jeans, we need some shorts, we need a T-shirt, we need a hat, et cetera, to get into the major stores. And so before the label stopped in Australia, I've had all of that. I still have some of the samples. And so when you asked about the polos, yeah, the polos are coming out. The skivvies are coming out. Okay, skivvy.
The skivvies. I haven't heard that term in a while. All right. I wonder what those are. Okay. So that's the emblem. That's your logo. That's your brand.
Yeah.
Would you say? Okay.
But do you see what's in there?
Yes.
A lot of people, they can see part of it.
Okay, well, you know, educate us. So tell us what we're looking at.
What you're looking at is the red and the yellow is Africa. Most people only see the red, which they're right, is part of Africa. The yellow and the green is America. So if you take that yellow out, you're gonna lose all of California, Utah, Oregon, Washington, Nevada. You take the yellow out, you're gonna lose all of Central Africa, all of East Africa, North Central East Africa. So you have to have that yellow to complete both continents. And what that means for me, I can't speak for anybody else. And I say this to anybody, and I say here now, as an African man who I am, who was born in America, that's what that design is.
All right. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm just going to keep going now. So now, hold on. Let me make this. I just made this while we were talking, while the show was on.
You've been busy.
Baba,
Yeah,
I don't see the images on screen.
you
Is
don't.
it just, no.
Anybody else have that problem?
I saw them.
I saw them as well.
I saw it at first, but then I had to go away and now it's not, now I don't see anything.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to do.
Can you enlarge the screen a little bit?
Me?
Yeah.
I just did that.
Yeah, I saw that how you enlarged the image there. So
Yeah.
Can you enlarge it some more?
Well, let's see. Okay.
you could.
Maybe, let's see.
You don't come.
I'm sorry, it doesn't go any bigger
That's
than that.
large to me.
That's better. Anyway,
Okay, so Kinara, you wrote a book. You wrote a book of poetry. What's happening here?
Well, obviously, I got my locks back then. That was in 2015. Deep Between the Lines, a spoken word. Many of you have heard, some of my material. I write about love between Black man and woman, love in general, but specifically between those people, because we got a lot of stuff going on, on a global scale, and so and then of course I write conscious material. The book, as I said, came out in 2015, and there's a piece that's called Humanity, really deep, and so I have to get more copies of it. I'm out of copies at this particular time, but.
Oh, you can't buy it now? Judy raised her hand. Go ahead, Judy. Judy had a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, yes, Kinara, I was curious on your T-shirt that you just showed. How do you market? Do you have do people sell for you, or how do you
how do I market my clothing?
garment? Yes,
I have a website.
but I can wait until we get to that if that's coming later.
No, sister, it's fine. We can jump in at any time. No, I have a website which is fairly easy to remember. It's called black-pc.com. Say that again, baby.
I didn't put that in there. Sorry.
Okay, all right. I have some help here. My queen is here. She don't want to get into it. She's really trying to stay out of the picture, y'all. I'm letting y'all know.
Well, you know what, Kinara? Can you put your
She's about to. Look, I'm the worst technological person on the planet. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, and I gotta get used to it. But it's about to be done now. Or it's in the midst.
Okay, so she's going to put it in the chat, his website. That's good. That's good. So I'm going to go back to your book.
Okay.
So this is Humanity, Deep Between the Lines of Spoken Word, and you have some YouTube videos, right?
Oh yeah, I have quite a bit.
So you have like about 18. I was looking. You have about 18 YouTube videos out there, and if somebody typed in Kinara Sankofa, they could see your YouTube videos, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Let's see. So what's happening here? Is this an album that you have?
Oh, that's my individual first CD, Loving You. Yeah, wow. You went deep, brother. You went to the archives. Yeah, but that's my first CD that came out in 2003. The material it's behind jazz, neo soul music. And again, it's love poems and it's consciousness and a little politics going on in there. But it's still today. The material will never date.
So now, can people people get this? Can people, if they looked on Amazon or someplace?
They can get it on Amazon, exactly. They can
Okay, so you can get your, and this is spoken word over neo soul and jazz.
And jazz, yeah. That's
All
right.
right, all right. Okay, and okay, that's your book again. Now here, you're at some kind of Black Power rally or something. I don't know. That's it.
I'm at downtown. I was at downtown Oakland, and they had a black market going on there. There's a bit of a rally. No, that was. I think that's no. That's Juneteenth. That one there, yeah, that's Juneteenth. And Barbara Howard, yeah, that was the sister that organized that.
Is this one of your T-shirts that you're wearing?
Ooh, look at you. You brought it out. The archives. Yes, that's wow. That shirt was first done in Australia in '95. It's called Mentally Unchained. The shackles on the wrist are broken. The shackles on the ankles are broken around the neck. It says Mentally Unchained. Over 2,000 of those shirts sold in Australia, mainly to white folks.
Okay, that's a good segment into your dream. You were telling me. Why don't you share that, your dream at the gas station or something? You're at some kind of KKK rally or something. How did that go?
The video. Okay, I did it. I'm going to publish that. You know, I'm going to have that film. But I was driving to Texas and I made a mockery of the system, and I pulled over the side of the road, and there was this field of white folks, and they all had on their hoods and their seats and so forth. And they saw me wearing a Black Power T-shirt, and one of them, one of them said, "Hey, Ian, is that a Black Power T-shirt that I see you wearing, Ian?" And I was like, "Oh man, here we go." And he says, "Hey, Ian, what size is it? What size is it? I've been wanting to get one of those for a long time now." If you can imagine a field of white folks with hoods and seats on, speaking the language that we know, but then also saying, "I want to get one of your shirts. I'm tired of wearing these sheets," you know. So bit of a mockery. But speaking of the dream, and that's part of, I think there was two things that collided there. Mm-hmm. My dream is to have the product manufactured in Africa by African people using African material. That's my goal. That's what I would love to do. I moved to Texas to get close to Mexico for manufacturing because I buy shirts that's already put together. I've been at the level whereas I put my shirts together, so I actually design. Didn't go to school for it, just learned it. And so I want to go to Africa, and Ghana, mind you, is where I was headed. God is a comedian. I tell you, Most High is a comedian. I was ready to rock and roll out of here in 2 years. I got the labels already trademarked in Ghana, it's trademarked in New Zealand, trademarked in Australia, and trademarked here in the US. So Ghana was the home where I was, headed to have it manufactured.
We have a hand. Judy raised her hand. Go ahead, Judy. Judy has a question.
I think God is a comedian because I don't think I raised it intentionally. I probably touched something, but I will say I'm a clothing and related arts major from Tuskegee. And so I'm enjoying it's just so awesome. And so you're saying the dream is I'm trying to, the dream, you already have all these trademarks in all of these places. But the dream is to go ahead and take it to the next level, all of the fabrics and that's it. I'm gonna jump out of my hand, I'm gonna take it down. Okay.
Yeah, that is the dream, you know. Most of the products, you know, clothing, are coming from Pakistan, they're coming from India, they're coming, you know, from China. You know, we are throwing our dollars into that. We're the biggest consumers here within the Americas. And Africa can use our help and we can use Africa's help. So, you know, that's what I like to do. You know, it can be done.
I'm going to move on to this picture. Do you play the guitar?
Bro, I got that guitar right here sitting over here in my corner, brother.
Is
No,
that right?
I say I am going. That picture, wow, that picture had to have been taken in 2016, 2017, in San Francisco. No, that's my goal, is to play that acoustic guitar. Oh, it's a beautiful instrument. I love it. So I have to get busy.
All right.
Fascinating. Yeah.
All right. That's great. That's great. And here you're delivering the word, looks like.
Yeah. That's in Berkeley. I can't remember Lisa, I can't think of her last name, but she put on a spoken word event, and I was one of the poets there for that event in the park, and it was absolutely beautiful.
Now what's happening? Where are you here? Is this the same place?
Same place.
Same place. So you're reading poetry.
I'm in the zone.
You're in the zone. You're reading poetry from your book in the park. Is this Golden Gate Park or?
No, that's in that's in Berkeley.
Okay. All right. And this is another one of your t-shirts.
Yes, Stop Global Racism. As we know, racism is on a global scale. And so on the front, it says SGR, which stands for Stop Global Racism. There's a face inside of that globe. The black area, it's an abstract. It's a very unique design. So I'm facing, so that'd be first facing, so we're east, that's gonna be first. This kind of facing west. The black area is the face. The gold area is the hair, the lock, the wrap. I can't. Well, there's a little, so it's a side profile. It's the left side of the face. So that's what that is.
Also, you know what Bill had pointed out, Bill is he's originally a Sacramento WOSE member, and he's relocated to Florida, and we're so glad that he continued to be with us, and he's actually a minister in training now. But he just put in the chat, looks like he noticed that you were in an interview with Menu Ampim. You're there, one of those YouTube videos. You're in the video with Menu Ampim.
Yes.
What was that? What was going on then?
There was rest in peace, Dr. Linda Lagerman, which, as a matter of fact, is on the back of the book. She gave a shout out per se to the book, but she is a member of the Church of Scientology. And she employed Dr. Menu Ampim and myself. He was the guest speaker, I was the spoken word artist, and we did the work over at the Church of Scientology in San Francisco. Their headquarters over there. Let's go back. Okay.
Okay, go back.
Okay, just no, not there. On YouTube, Dr. Linda Lagerman, as a matter of fact, is in there with Menu Ampim, but we also did some work with her over in San Francisco. So that's what that is. That's the video. If he's seen a video, that's what that is.
Okay, all right. So what? So here's another. I mean, very creative, very thought-provoking shirts. It's not your average shirt. So
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, you're right. That shirt there, Stop Controlling Humanity. You have the bullet holes in the stop sign, which are killing Blacks, Latino, or melanated people on the planet. You have a biological chemical suit because to the right of that, there's a canister, which is a canister for spraying crops, which using pesticides, which causes fibroids and cancer. I call the radio the lying lynching machine, the television, which tells lies to the vision. And then on top, I say that's where they're headed, which is the gas mask. That's, I could be totally wrong.
or hopefully you are. I mean, really thought provoking. So you know, I'm glad you're here because I may have missed the bullet holes. You know, I may have missed this here, and so I'm glad that you. So every shirt that you put out, you really got to examine it to see it's actually not just a t-shirt. It's a work of art that people can wear.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, and then is that the front of the shirt?
That's the front of the shirt.
Oh, okay, all right. So stop global racism.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and what's happening? What's this? It didn't come out as clear as I wanted it to.
That's the second individual CD, The Coldest Summer Ever, that came out 2015, I think. 2000, 2010, 2012, something like that. Again, it's spoken word over neo soul and jazz.
Mm-hmm. So Bill, that video link that you put in the chat, which one is that?
That's for the channel with multiple videos listed therein.
So Bill, I'm telling you, Bill, you're just a priceless jewel on these Zoom meetings. So if you want to get, you know, just the totality of Brother Sankofa's YouTube videos, the link is there in the chat. You can click that and download that, and you can see our brother in action, which we're going to get him in action in a few minutes. And there he is. He's doing his Stevie Wonder impression, but no, he looks very cool. And I'm going to stop showing it. All right. Hey, I want to hear some poetry now. We have about 25 minutes.
We got 25?
We got 25 minutes. So,
okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You have your book there. You can give us.
No. You know, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna mix them all up.
Okay.
Has the world gone completely mad? Has the greatest creation of all species lost its way? Today, I say humanity, it is up to us, the human race, to look deep from within the souls of your very being and stand up. I say stand up and shout with every breath that you can muster. I refuse to sit back and just occupy space, breathe, eat, defecate, and die. Oh yes, why my soul cries out for freedom of these beasts. It's up to every color and every creed to do what's right. Look, I picked up paper and pen to write the facts because see, I'm tired of these so-called fat cats with their capitalism. With their lying lynching machines, and racism is smothering Mother Earth. You know, it hurts my soul to walk down the street and see people with no shoes on their feet. Concrete is where they sleep, and with no food to eat. And every day, thousands upon thousands of people pretend they don't see the ridiculousness of the homelessness and the hopelessness. And if I dare turn on my television, which tells lies to your vision, I'd be even more numbed out to the dumbness of the so-called reality shows that only show more and more and more crap. Here's an example of the direct-to-consumer advertisement. The true minority is playing with people's happiness with infomercials telling me that I'm out of control with a mental disease this or mental disorder that. Simply wanted to control every aspect of your very being through the DSM-5. The Diagnostic Statistical Manual on Mental Health, collaborating with the FTC, the FCC, the FDA, the pharmaceutical industry. See, psychiatry is an industry of death. And the APA, the American Psychiatric Association, is strictly pushing pills. And the government on Capitol Hill is only concerned with, guess what, making more and more and more capital while our babies are being murdered with these psychotropic drugs causing suicide and people to kill each other. Am I my brother's keeper? Brace yourself. Because see, this poem, it's about to get deeper than Moses standing against the tide of the Red Sea. You know, Martin Luther King Jr. had more than just a dream. He had a fighting soul that exposed truth to lies and discrimination like J. Edgar Hoover had spies that tapped into the room of El Haj Malik El Shabazz. Yeah, you know him as Malcolm X. So ask yourself this question. Am I part of the problem or am I part of the solution? Look, it takes a village to raise a child. Society and those who want to control this have gone completely buck wild. Now stop it, because this is not some feeble-minded so-called hip-hop or rap. Even though it's lyrical, my calling is equal stood in the spoken word game. I see you. I saw it in a documentary called Psychiatry is an Industry of Death, and that Benjamin Rush was dubbed the master bleeder in the field of mental health. And he's enshrined on the seal of the APA. Damn. That says a whole lot about how these killers of today are getting away with pushing side effects drugs into your account and into your living room TV screen. Because see, if you laugh too much, it's a mental disease. If you have too much pain in your heart from losing a loved one, it's a disorder. If you pee too much, guess what? We got a pill for that too. And the God within you forgot how to tap into your psyche. Just in case you didn't know, the word psyche originated and came in Africa, and it means soul. I behold truth and lies and discrimination. So we're going to keep on continuing to rise. Thank you.
All right. Oh.
So let's see.
Wait. Judy had her hand up. So before you go into your next poem, Judy, go ahead. I saw your hand. And then, Bill gave you a clap. All right. Go ahead, Judy.
I'm laughing because I don't know why my hand keeps going up. I don't see it, but you might have a psychic potential of seeing something. But I'm going to say,
Judy, look, Judy, look, I'm gonna hold your hand for you. It won't go up no more, sister. If it goes up, it's me doing this to you.
No, I'm gonna make sure it's up for real now. Is it up? Yeah.
It's up.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Now it's that. But I wanted to say quickly, I also was a spoken word artist promoter. So I am just thoroughly here in Atlanta, a lot of some of the hottest spoken word art. And I love your work. It's just, you do a lot. You said you were only 29. You called everybody elders. Okay, never mind.
I don't think he really meant 29. I'm just saying.
I'm 29. Okay.
That's right. That's right. You're 20. Yeah, right. But I'm gonna have to say my brother's not 20. All right. Any other comments before he goes into his next poem? All right. Anything else?
This is Katabazi, and I just want to say hi to my brother. It's good to find out where he's at. He's down there in Texas. So
yes,
yeah, we
sir.
miss you here in the Bay Area, man.
So you're in Houston, right?
I'm just out. Well, actually, I'm in Missouri City, which is close to Houston, which is about 20 minutes from downtown, 25 minutes from downtown Houston. Yeah.
I got that Mentally Enslaved t-shirt, and I got your Loving CD. I got one of the first ones that came out.
You got that shirt?
Yeah, man. Yeah. And
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't even have one for me.
Really? Oh man. I wear a large.
Oh, that's my size. I'm
Well,
coming to Oakland.
I'm keeping
I'm
this
coming to
one, man.
Oakland.
I'm keeping this one. But yeah, I just wanted to holler, man. Glad to see you doing well. Still, writing poetry and got your hand in so many other aspects of business. And good to see you. Glad to see you doing well.
Good to see you. I love you, brother. I miss you. I miss you all. It's
that,
good to
see
see
that.
you. You look beautiful, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
I hope I look as good as you when I get there.
Well, yeah, you're working on it, man. You're working
Yeah,
on
I'm
it.
gonna keep working. I got a lot of Geritol in my closet, so.
Nah, you'll be fine, man.
You guys, all right. Anyone else want to say hi before we continue? We got about 17 minutes left.
Yeah, Baba, I would. This
Go
is
ahead.
Mama
Go ahead,
this is
Mama
Mama
Rose.
Rose.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to say hi to my young fella. How you doing, sweetie?
Hi, Mama Rose. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's good to see you.
Listen, it's good to hear your voice. I can't say any. I miss the fam. I miss the fam, and it's good to hear your voice. I can't see
We miss you too. We miss you very much. But keep on doing what you're doing. I have a brother in Houston, Texas.
You do?
Yes, in Harris Parish or Harris County, whatever it is.
Okay. I would like to link up.
Okay, well, I'll get your information from Minister Imhotep.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. Love you, sister.
Love
Miss
you
you.
All right. Yeah, this is just a family reunion, and we have new members to the family too, and we're glad that you're here, bro. Okay, can you give us one more before we get close to that time?
Okay, what do you want to hear? I'm gonna ask the audience: love or enlightenment or consciousness, or
Enlightenment, consciousness.
Somebody said enlightenment and consciousness. So go ahead.
All right. Okay, man, y'all gonna have me digging into the archives. It's been a long time coming. Days in and days out, I keep on wondering, when are we gonna come together? You see, it's cold how comedians were taught to hate each other in our tribe. Truthfully, it was well over 10 years since I last talked to one of my brothers of blood, bones, and sweat. Yet I speak to thee to let some of these words of mine flex your mind. You see, my time on this earth has shown me some things. Allow me to give you a bit while we are still getting tossed and turned and bit on ghetto lines. You see, my poems, they gotta be strong and on, not unlike the dent on the mental set in place long ago by Willie Lynch-ism letter was a lie. Now it's time to rise like the first resurrected Christ. Proper name is Asaf. They say Osiris. His sister and wife gave birth to a son named Haru. Haru's mother's name is Aset. The Greeks say Isis, in case you didn't or you don't know. Look, I speak about those who rose from the east. So when I step to any mic to speak, it's gotta be deep, like the depth of the tsunami. For one moment, please listen and follow, which brings me to another topic. Let me ask you, is it possible that tsunami, they blame it on Mother Nature? It was an underground rocket? I mean, atomic bomb, test your mind, check, boom. That's how the matrix of the Illuminati's flex. I come to learn and witness there's only 300 powerful men ruling the world. I got 5 on it now. Place your bet and rise and come and witness the peace. See, if you get up early enough in the morning, you sit, you wait, you watch the sun shall rise and come where from the east. Is that not prophecy? Look, I make no claims to being a prophet, but this one I got it down to a T. See, I dotted my I's, so take your time slowly before you think and blink, because see, by the time the ink to the paper, which equals flow, now you know. I'm sitting with memories, reciting lines, sipping on hot cocoa and eating toast. From a seat, I'm gonna rise. My favorite hero is El Haj Malik El Shabazz. You know him as Malcolm X. So ask yourself this question. You ready to rise? A place without the comedic man, a world without fathers affects the outcome of our children's growth. You see, we're needed not in prisons, but instead in our homes, in our schools, in our communities. It is up to us. We must positively show them and teach the children not to be foolish. Equip them, see, our women can't do it all. Slavery, drugs, pistols in the hood was your final call. Another one bites the dust, laid out, stretched out, and a line of white chalk. See, that was the plot from the beginning. They never taught that we invented mathematics, science, astrology. And furthermore, Socrates and Aristotle, the Greeks, were not the first psychologists. It's a farce created by a group of lying knowledgists. But we are gifted. Yet we were stolen and sold from Sudan to Egypt, worked from sun up to sundown, from can't see in the morning to can't see at night, broken backs just to see the tribe fall. Prisons equals plantations. Informed ones know that slavery has shifted now. Ain't that right? No longer, brothers, can we afford to be MPNIA. In simple terms, it means missing plus not in action. Look how our young children are acting. Instead of reading a book, they're hooked on flavor of love, bullshit shows, Game Boy, PlayStation videos. Education is lacking. Too many of our sons are packing, calling themselves pimps, dogs, niggas, bitches. 12 and 13-year-old boys are screaming about how they're macking. Backwards, niggas spell sagging. It's like the mental pilot is on automatic destruction, is what some say. But we cannot start tomorrow or later, greater. We must be right now, right here, today. See, a world without fathers, Black fathers particularly, is a travesty. Have we become so desensitized, closed mouths and eyes that we cannot recognize, or we refuse to realize the catastrophe of our condition globally? Look around sometimes. We need another 1,000 Malcolms to speak, another Mumia, a Sata, an Imago, or Khalid Muhammad speech. As a matter of fact, multiply that X to the 5th, no, lift that power to the 10th, and then divide it into 360 degrees. Our children need academics. And our male face, they deserve to see in all sectors. It's gotta be. Teach them about Tulsa, Oklahoma. Not too long ago, it was called Black Wall Street. Reach out and understand. Misrepresented, yeah, man, we got to change this stuff for ourselves. Where are you, Black man? Stand up, African seeds and strands, descendants of the Kemetic land, and stop the violence. Mental genocide on the streets. Another night. Another fatherless child cries self to sleep. See, it's time to peep game. Because they are ancestors, they got to be turning over in their graves after all that they went through. See, it's crazy. Where are you? See, fathers are the first man in a daughter's life. We have got to rise. Thank you.
All right. Consciousness.
Woo!
Consciousness.
And love.
And love. Yes, indeed.
It's all love. It's all
So
love.
now, just want to remind everyone, if you want to see his videos, Brother Bill has put the link in the chat. It's 18 videos. The average length is 15 minutes each. If you'd like to, You know,
man, they took some of my stuff down, man. I got like 35 videos. They've been messing with me. They don't like it. They ain't liking me. They hate on me. They hate on me.
Is this another porn?
No, this is real talk. No, they took. I tried to post something on Facebook, and it blocked me. It wouldn't let my script go up. You know, so they're doing all sorts of things. You know, they can't stop the power with them. They can't stop us.
Yeah, it sucks. They hate us. Go ahead, Bombin Daily. Bombin Daily has a question or comment. Go ahead.
Can you tell us a little bit about your furniture company? Even though, I mean, what is it that you manufactured? Are any of those pieces available today?
I don't manufacture. I'm a consultant. I work with the architects, the interior designers, or project manager, and the manufacturer. So if you yourself or anyone there wanted to build in their office or office building complex, be it 1 floor or 30 floors, I come in and do your schematics for you. I do your floor planning if you need floor plannings. You need workstations. So all of the things from a furniture perspective, I come in and provide that for you where you don't have to do it. I provide you a quote, color samples, etc. But I don't manufacture. I deal directly with the manufacturer.
Your group is called Ascot?
I beg your pardon?
Is your group called Ascot?
Yes. Well, my furniture company is KATA, K-A-T-A Commercial Interiors. K-A-T-A Commercial Interiors. And I'm on,
3 seconds.
Type me in, you'll find Cat Interiors. If any questions, you can call.
Wasn't expecting these questions tonight, huh?
Hey, they coming, man. But you know, it's beautiful. I'm in ride. That set is great. I can't complain.
Give thanks. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Anyone else? I see another comment in the chat. Oh, yes, the brother Tupac L has said you're super talented, beloved. So
I'm grateful for the kind words. I give the blessings back to the Most High. I'm just a vessel. I'm grateful. I'm honored. Thank you for your kind words.
Give thanks. Yes.
Excuse me, that's one of my returning guests, Tahita Tupac, that's a sister.
I'm sorry, Tahita. I'm sorry. I said brother. Excuse me.
And she's a radio hostess and with the mostest and other things as well.
Tahita, you wanna step in and say a few words? Take yourself off mute. Go ahead.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Want to give thanks to the gods and goddesses on the line, and I really liked your Kinara, your depiction of the Black woman in the middle. I had never seen that before. And when I was looking at it, I noticed that the Caucasian was very young and everybody else was, of indigenous blood. So that was really nice.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate it. I have a lot of stuff. I mean, this brain is just always, I got so much. One of the things, fortunately, I just got to keep it out there. It's a lot. The industry, it takes a lot of capital. And I don't work for no one but self and the creator. So if I don't get out and sell, if the market, it's all on me. It's yeah. And so that shirt just was released about 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh wow!
I'm expecting her to do big things.
Yeah, I seen it on my
things.
phone, so I wasn't able to close in on the belt loop or the shoes.
Right.
So I don't know if it's obvious or something embedded in the shoes and in the belt. But it's really good because it says the picture has 1,000 words, but you can put in little things subliminally, and you can still get the message. So that was really, really nice. And I'm just appreciating what I hear on the call. It's very, very inspiring, uplifting during this full moon energy out here now. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Appreciate you.
I also want to say that just the pictures that I got to do that little PowerPoint, they came from Facebook. So you can also visit Kinara on Facebook. And he has a presence there. I don't know about Instagram or the other thing, but you can see him on Facebook and give us your did your sister go? Did your lady?
Okay. Give us. Okay.
Did she give the? Oh yes, Bill put it in there, so it's black.
You know what? Look, she's trying to stay in the background. Okay.
I see.
No, we come get over here, woman. Come here. Oh. All right. Okay. Can you type this in? I don't know.
You know what? Bill has typed it in. It's black-pc.com.
Yeah, that's the website.
That's the website. So you can go to his website. It's in our chat right now, black-pc.com. And you can also visit him on Facebook. And Brother Bill has also put in the YouTube link where you can see his 18 videos, which YouTube is cut down. It was 35 and now he's 18. So you better get there quick because he might they might cut him down to 16 before you know. Especially after they see this show, all this consciousness.
Yeah.
Judy, do you really have your hand up? Judy,
I really have my hand
up. I'm sorry. Look at, you know what? I want my shirt, man. You came into my house to take my shirt. Okay, and it's large, and it's my color.
You ain't getting this shirt,
I know
man.
my color.
I'm holding on to it.
You got the orange. Look. I got orange on, and you got orange in my shirt. Can I have my shirt back, brother? Can I?
No, man. You can't have this shirt.
What street you live on?
Go ahead, Judy. Go ahead, Judy. We got about 3 minutes.
Okay, I was just gonna add that I'm from, wait a minute, I think the person left. Okay. I was gonna say I had another guest here and he just jumped off, probably knowing I was gonna say something, but Johan, he's a returning guest as well. And we met at Tuskegee University and he formulated a conscious fraternity, he and some other brothers and sorority on campus. But the point I was going to make is Booker T. Washington's book, Working with the Hands. A lot of people don't know about that book. That was a sequel to Up from Slavery. And in that book, that's all he talks about in detail. It's a blueprint, another blueprint for nation building and community building, teaching the importance of ownership. And every student at Tuskegee had to have a skill. He was okay about academics, of course, but every student had to have at least 2 trades. And he said it was about self-mastery and nothing at Tuskegee that we need that we can't make and build ourselves. And we made everything.
We're the first, the first bartering system came out of the Nile. We are a very skilled people.
Right.
And so not every student is going to want to go to college or universities, but if he the Most High has given us all a gift, every single last one of us. Now, whatever that is, we can hone in on that, and so and some of us are blessed with more than one gift, so it's really important what you're saying, entrepreneurship.
But what he was saying was working with the hands. There were 60 industries on Tuskegee's campus at a period of time, and they were wholesaling everything from wagon wheels to brooms. And so, he he said he could have created a factory. He could have taken those students and kept them there and just made Tuskegee a factory. But instead, he said, no, he wasn't going to exploit them like that. He wanted them to learn their skills and go back into their communities and raise the community. So Working with the Hands by Booker T. Washington.
Yeah. Thank you, Judy. I had never heard of that book. That's great. Working with the Hands. So I'm going to have
everybody who reads it is buying several copies and turning it on other people. It really is a blueprint. And you get into the head of Booker T. Washington. This man was all about ownership.
Well, I'm going to have to get that book. All right, now it's the 6:30 hour. It's 18:30, and for some people it's 9:30, and so some people it's 8:30. So we give thanks for you all joining us today. Next week we'll be talking about Misgiving Day. It will be the day before some people. We'll talk about it next week. We're going to be talking so if you want to know the subject for next time, it's Misgiving Day. Yeah, and we're going to be focusing on the book European Holidays: A Mental Genocide by Reverend Isa Musa Boroshango.
I'll be in on that call. That's for sure.
All right. Well, glad to see everyone. Sankara, thank you again for, Sankara, Kinara, Sankofa.
You talked about Sankara earlier today, so I understand. It's okay.
Yeah. Kinara Sankofa, brother, give thanks and praise for your talent and for your sharing with your community and with us this evening. And yes, I'm gonna actually make that video a little bit better, and I'm gonna send that to you. Life, prosperity, and health. Glad to see everyone. Judy, Tony, Katabasi, Bamidele.
It was enjoyable. Thank you.
Thank you all. I appreciate you.
Everyone.
I love you all. Miss you all very dearly. And that time when I come back to Cali, I got to see you. I got to see some of y'all. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes, indeed.
Make it soon. Make it soon.
Contact.
Oh, what's up,
Tahita?
You've been hiding.
We want to hear some more. Soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. I'm signing you off. It's
Okay.
6:32. All right.
Love you, brother.
Life, prosperity,
Okay,
and
love you
health.
all back.
Peace
Live
and
up.
love. Peace
Bye-bye.
and love.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.